basketball game against, two good teams, and it was back and forth. 17 lead changes, 7 ties, but we made the play at the end, and certainly, some things we can learn and grow from. But it was big to get the win.
How important is it to pull one out like this? Considering you're 0-2 in conference and needing a confidence boost.
Yeah, no, it was huge. I mean, it was huge, and I don't know if words would describe just, I think, how much we needed something like that. We've had a tough stretch here. That's no surprise. We've played against some really good teams, a lot on the road, and we've had some games like that, and so we needed it. And I'm proud of our guys. I'm proud of how they fought. I'm proud of the plays they make, and I'm really happy for them, most importantly.
What's the game plan as far as final 8 seconds? You're going down the floor, down one.
Yeah, certainly tried to. That's the beautiful thing about basketball. If you do something one time, doesn't mean it's going to happen again, right? And but we iced him last year, and now he's a 92% free throw shooter, Brown, and so but was able to set up what we wanted to do, make or miss, and because it was going to be a tie game, we were going to be down one, so was able to just set up what we do, make or miss. We wanted to go down, fly up the court. Now they went a zone press, which I thought kind of helped us because we were able to get the ball down the court pretty quickly. I think if it would have been, man, it could have slowed us up a little bit. We wanted to go quick flip to Boykin, who had just made a shot in that area. And we certainly told our guys, crash, crash, crash. And certainly CJ did and made a big play.
And how often do you see where a missed shot at the end, weak side rebound, and somebody doesn't block out?
Us coaches, we've been on the other end of, we've all been on the other end of that. I know I don't know, but I know I can think of one time as an assistant coach, we lost the same way on a tip in at the buzzer, and it's just, that's basketball. A lot of things, crazy things happen.
CJ had pretty much a miserable offensive night, and yet he ends up being the hero at the end. Speak about that perseverance.
Yeah, but one thing we've been wanting to do with CJ is get him more shots. Teams have really keyed on him this year. They've done a lot of switching with him and taken away the pick and pops, and it's been hard to get stuff at the rim with him. And so we wanted to get him in the shots. I'm okay with him going 4 for 14 because I want him taking that many shots. And, I think if I could just pinpoint to one thing we can certainly improve on is 1 for 7 free throws. To be able to get out of here with a win and get only 1 point from the line is impressive. However, they average giving up 13 offensive rebounds a game. That was a big emphasis for us. We got 10 last game against Southern Miss and converted 6 of them. Big deal tonight. We got 14 points off second chance points, including the biggest one of the night was CJ.
One more question from me. You got a real significant contribution tonight from Pearson, maybe the best game he's played here so far. Can you talk just a little bit about, why that happened, how he ended up playing as much as he did tonight, some of that?
Yeah, you know what? Obviously Justin Abson's a really good player. But scouting report stuff, it's a longer season. It's bigger bodies. Tamel has worked his way back in, and he did that after Christmas. At one point, we just thought it was good for him to just kind of sit and take a couple games off because he wasn't playing well. And now I think that's worked with him in the sense of, and he's practiced well. And certainly with Mustafa, we needed a bigger body down there to battle with him.
Justin, talk a little bit about the offensive sets tonight. It felt like Gregory maybe was kind of triggering things a little more from the wing down towards the block instead of coming straight down the middle of the floor. Maybe set up some different angles for you. Certainly he and Pearson were working well together when you were flashing Pearson into the middle of the lane. What did you guys do offensively tonight?
Yeah, we've been trying some new things, trying to get Donovan off the ball some. And certainly it's, there's some continuity to it to try to get the ball moving side to side. And they were really going under Donovan's ball screens. And so we were able to twist it some and try to get him downhill with Pearson. And then, one thing that I thought we went to, which was pretty good, was our off-ball stuff. We started running some guys off staggers to occupy some guys so we could get downhill and some ISOs and things like that.
Mustafa, he had some decent looks in the middle, but he always had a hand in his face. What was the defensive strategy with him relative to, all right, we're going to play him behind him, we're going to try to deny, where were you guys going
He's a
with
tough
that?
matchup. He really is, and he looks good. He's, a couple of years ago, he's moving well is what I'll say. And so we didn't want to play behind, David. We didn't want to play behind. We really wanted to play a team defense since we pressure the ball to make that catch out a little bit so we could get that catch out. But he's good. I mean, he's an all-conference player. And then when he got the ball, he's a willing passer. He had 2 assists tonight. And so I didn't want to trap him because he's really good against the trap. We wanted to, quote, crowd him and make him plan a crowd. However, they started making some threes, and it kind of stretched us out a little bit. But certainly we wanted to, quote, dig on his dribbles. He likes to dribble to score, and so certainly when he dribbled, we tried to be there with a dig. But he had a big kick out for a 3 there.
You mentioned their three-point shooting. They hit the first 4 in a row. And then after that, 3 for 20. When you have a team come out and it comes out and knocks down like 4 or 5 in a row on you, it's not going to continue. But, how much do you have to balance between, are we going to let this take us completely out of the defensive game plan we had? How do you kind of manage between, I know they're not going to knock down every three-pointer they take, but, we don't want to get too far away from what our game plan was.
Excellent question. We they love to get downhill. They make a living at the free throw line. In fact, there's a crazy stat when they shoot 20-plus free throws or so, like they don't really lose. However, when they shoot less than 10 free throws, they haven't won. That was a big emphasis. Hard to do, though, because you're trying to pack it in, and then they start making threes. And we just try to calm our guys down and say, just stick with the plan. Stick with the plan. Fortunately, they made 3 of their next 20. But we tried to stay in our gaps, and thank goodness we got some misses.
This is maybe more a housekeeping question for you. I noticed Carvel Teasett was not on the
Yeah,
bench tonight.
he's currently suspended just from not upholding the standards of our program.
Patrick McCormick from the Watauga Democrat. Just one question from me. I love seeing players that pop up in the box score. Nothing on the stat sheet, but a plus 10 in the minus. Debaji Walker. How do you see players when they can affect a game like that, but they don't need to be grabbing rebounds and making shots?
You know what? We did something different with him tonight that we haven't really done all year, and we put him on a perimeter, and so and I thought that he was really good. DiBaggio is really, really good at guarding the basketball one-on-one. And so what we did is we put Donovan more on a big, and we let DiBaggio guard a guard. And so that would probably be why I would say that ended up that way, because when he was in there, he did a really good job of keeping guys in front. Because if you don't keep them in front, they're going to get downhill. They're going to get a foul like that last play. But you've got to rotate, and you've got to have great verticality, and then you've got to rebound backside. And we worked on it for 2 days, and I thought we executed that well. But I don't really know if I can explain that other than he guarded guards tonight, and he hasn't really done that. And you know what? That was a decision we decided to go with. And Donovan has to do so much for us. When he's running off stagger screens and stuff like they run, he can get really worn out. Not that defending a big can save you, but it just helped him. And we tried that with DiBaggio.
He had a really good floor game tonight, Donovan.
Yeah, he did.
Everything he did.
He had some really good assists. 9 assists. Wow, I just saw that. That's terrific. When he's doing that, yeah, that's really great for us.
Any other questions?
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks. Go Mountaineers, Texas 2.